talk to Carol about the weather, and you've been telling us, Carol, it's cold again, isn't it? Morning.
Time now, 11 minutes past 8.
Now, when Richard O'Dwyer set up a website sharing links to film and TV programmes, he didn't think that he was doing anything wrong.
But the authorities in the United States thought he was doing something wrong, breaking copyright laws, and they wanted the university student to be extradited to America to face charges.
His 2-year battle ended last week when he travelled to the US voluntarily and was ordered to pay £20,000 by a judge in America. Joining us now is Richard's mother, Julia, who campaigned against his extradition. Morning to you, welcome.
Morning.
First of all, be absolutely delighted that finally, after 2 years, this has ended.
Yes, delighted.
What was on this website then that aroused the Americans' suspicion so much?
The website held links. He didn't actually hold any material on the website. It just held lists of links. So if a user selected a link, they would be taken to some other third-party website to view whatever it was that they had selected.
And he had no idea that he was breaking the law in any sense?
Well, the law is actually undecided anyway on this matter, so without having the benefit of a trial, you know, that would be decided at a trial. But the current position is that the law is undecided, as I understand.
When did he realised that he was in trouble when somebody actually blocked the website?
Yes,
but when did he realise he was in trouble with the US authorities and this was going to get quite serious?
It was 6 months after the police had called to question him when he reported to bail as arranged, and that was the 23rd of May 2011. I went with him. We were told the British investigation had been dropped, and in the next sentence handed an extradition warrant.
But the first he really knew anything was wrong was when 2 policemen turned up on the door.
Yes, that was 6 months earlier,
Yeah.
but America wasn't mentioned then.
Extraordinary. There were no written warnings?
No.
Nothing of any sort?
No.
So he was handed, what, an extradition order, and he was meant to leave the UK sort of immediately, or how did it manifest itself?
That he was taken immediately to the extradition court.
Yes.
But with no explanation, no information about what do I do, what does this mean, and so then the whole extradition process began, which is quite a lengthy process anyway, unless you just straight away say, OK, take me.
What do you think of the whole way in which this case has been handled?
Well, it's just we've had to go. You probably know. You know, this Extradition Act was brought in via the back door with no parliamentary scrutiny. So I just say, well, we've had to go through the back door to sort it out ourselves. You know, we had to do that, otherwise Richard would have been... We could have had... we were scheduled for an appeal. He may have won the appeal, but the risk of that is that you could lose the appeal, or even if he had won the appeal, he then still would not be able to travel outside of the UK.
So what you've done is, he went to America, you went with him last week, you paid £20,000, and is that what you mean by going through the back door?
Well, going through the back door was beginning these whole negotiations which have been going on for several months.
And you negotiated directly with the US
Well,
authorities?
not me, myself, but our lawyers did with the prosecutors in the US.
What do you think the lesson is to be learnt from his whole experience?
Well, to anybody facing an extradition warrant to the US, consider taking measures yourself to try and sort the matter out.
Or possibly think very hard about the legality of what you're putting on the internet.
Well,
I know you didn't know, but something to bear in mind now.
There's issues about the jurisdiction of America. Do we all have to abide by the laws of America in this when we're in this country? If we don't go to America, should we be subjected to their laws? They're not subject to our laws, are they?
OK, thank you very much.
Really,
and you've paid the £20,000. Thank you. Thanks very much.
It's 8:15.
It is. And coming up on the programme today.